Hello to anyone that's listening, and welcome back to Rider Ramblings, the podcast where I go over my thoughts of Kamen Rider, anything really. Today's topic is going to be Kamen Rider Ghost episode 34. I watched this yesterday, subbed, and this will be my thoughts on said episode. So, as usual, I will go over the episode as a whole chronologically and just talk about each moment within the show, each aspect of the episode. So overall, I thought this episode was a really good episode. I enjoyed it. I think I enjoyed it more than episode 33. I just felt they played just the entire feel of the episode a bit better. So major reveals in this episode that we got another shot at Mugen, this time an actual shot of it, so the first proper reveal of the suit. No fighting though with Mugen, and we also got the first look at the newest Ganmiser. It appears to be water-based this time, so we've had fire, gravity, and water so far. We also have the revelation that the Great Eye, which is something, is the object or entity that grants the wishes, and the Ganmisers, while protecting that, can stop people using it. So that's the major revelations for this episode. So onto the actual show, the episode itself. So it all starts with a bit of exposition, just explaining all the Great Eye stuff, how how the Ganmisers are stopping the Great Eye from functioning when they used the icons previously. We also get him, Gramps, or the Magistrate, is finally revealed, but claims to know nothing of the Magistrate, so still don't know if they're two separate characters or one and the same. We then get the the new Ganmiser out of suit, same as all the others, this time with black lining on the suit, and a white emblem in the center. Looks really creepy when they're all lined up. Lots of Alains, not Alain, Adele. So then, after that, Takeru gets all of the icons fired up, and we just get a bunch of exposition. We also get the latest paranormal activity kind of quest for the team to go on. Some scientists' brother has been not kidnapped, but willingly put into a kind of stasis kind of harvesting state for the Ganma to use them under the guise of a dream world. This scientist who's looking for his brother then gets possessed by the Grim icon, and at this point we see one of the brothers, which is the fun-loving brother. He seems really happy and tells Takeru to enjoy himself, which becomes a major point later. We get Igor as he sees all of the crew as they are being kind of unknowingly lured into the trap that he set for them in this dreamland. So they enter the dreamland, and this is where things get a bit weird. Now, Akari, her dream is fine. She has a science laboratory in this dream, and she can perform all the experiments she wants. And then we go to Makoto, and his dream is just lots and lots of canon. Lots of canon. And it's just a bit strange, because at first we see normal canon, but then there is a canon in pajamas with a very large teddy bear, a canon that looks like a secretary, canon in a schoolgirl's outfit, then we also get canon as a pirate. We also get canon as what appears to be an air hostess, a nurse, a maid, and what appears to be some kind of bride. And to me, that's just very strange. Just why he would envision his sister in all of these different scenario/outfits. And then we get Alain's dream. Alain is sat atop a massive set of boxes of takoyaki, and he is kind of a takoyaki king. It's just adorable. I'm sorry, I can't help it. So after that, there's to be honest, there's not really much substance in this. It's all kind of filler up until the very end. So then we see some Ganma inside the dream world now that they're all in, and in this simulation, Igor has he's kind of nullified Makoto and Elaine's ability to henshin because both of their icons are replaced by squeaky mushrooms, and the belt and the U-loader have both been replaced by balloon versions of themselves, which kind of forces Takeru to fight on his own, as Igor wants to see the Mugen icon. So we just get some fighting between Takeru and some other smaller Ganma. They find the brother, needless exposition to set up Grim. The two brothers of Grim start fighting, and they pull Takeru into the icon with them. Takeru tries to stop them squabbling, and this is an interesting part. The Grim brothers actually kick Takeru out of the icon, and basically, while they're bickering, it renders the Grim icon useless, as we'll see later. So, moving on, we get a fantastic scene of Onari drawing on Elaine's face, and it's a spectacle to behold, to be fair. So that'll come into play later, but at that point, two Ganma sneak up on Onari, and Takeru is alerted to his screaming and sends Makoto and Alain after them, while he remains in there to try and help Professor Jiro. So, to be fair, Onari did pretty well of backing off those standard Ganma, but then we see two of the Ganma kind of elites, not the Ultima Ganma, but just the greenish-blue Ganma, and we get Makoto and Alain fighting them, and there's a nice scene where Alain has all of this drawing on his face, and Makoto just has to ignore it. And that made me laugh. Also, we get the music from Alain's episode where he became a good rider playing in the background, which is probably my favorite sound piece from the show so far. So they beat the two Ganma and an Ultima Ganma, and we get back to having Igor. Igor has four Ganma protecting him and sets them all on Takeru. Takeru seems to be having a bit of trouble, and here's where the thing with the Grim icon comes in. With Grim unavailable, the Grateful Damashi doesn't properly work, and it fails on him, leaving him open to an attack. Now, this is bad all round, because yeah, Takeru gets to use his new Mugen icon, but that is ultimately what Igor wanted. And also, Igor has the Grim icon now, because he picked it up. So what we see then is Takeru's full henshin, and the henshin sounds for not Ultima, for Mugen are fantastic. It's like an orchestral version of the standard henshin sound, and graphically it looks amazing as well. So that happens, and we get the... Oh, I think I've skipped it. So something I missed before that was we actually get to see the new Ganmaiser just before he henshins into his final suit of the episode. my favourite design of Ganma so far. I really like it. So after the henshin, there's nothing left of the episode. It's over. Um, my overall thoughts for this episode is there's not much real substance to this episode. It's a fun episode. There's a lot of funny moments in it, but really it's just all filler until we get to the Mugen icon reveal at the end. Aside from the Grimm storyline, which to be honest isn't really compelling. Aside from to get the Mugen icon. Um, but it wasn't a bad episode. I'd say episode 33 was probably better than this episode as a whole, but episode 34 still has its own merit, and I feel like it's a worthwhile episode watching. So really, that's all I can say about this episode. There wasn't much to say. Just kind of a quick overview and just little bits of thoughts on the episode itself. And just as a little update on the end of this, DX drivers haven't arrived yet for me, so I still don't have those to review. So this episode might be the only one you see this week, unless my drivers come tomorrow, in which case there will be a video up tomorrow. Um, Aside from that, I might start putting up some icon reviews, but I do want to wait until I've got the driver, which is annoying because it's been about 3 weeks now. But anyway, yeah, that's it for today's Rider Ramblings. Like, subscribe, and yeah, leave a comment down below if you agreed with what I said, or if you disagree, or if you've got any recommendations at all and requests. Uh, this has been Rider Ramblings, and I'm going to leave you with this.